the data using RabbitMQ. So in last video we already implemented update records method, but we were updating like all the records using like same value, one value to all records. But in real life use cases, like let's say someone send update request, like there are like 1000 requests per second, right? So you will need to like persist all those requests. Okay, so you will need some mechanism. So RabbitMQ is just like Kafka, the queuing mechanism. So it will push all those requests in a queue and execute one by one. Okay, so we will make use of this. So first thing, you will need the RabbitMQ server itself. So I will give link to the readme docs. Okay, so if you are not using the Ubuntu, you need to follow this guide. It is basically linked to their installation setup, so you can install as per your operating system. Currently I am using Linux, so for Linux I have written these steps here. So you need to do sudo apt get update, then install those packages, then duplicate this RabbitMQ server package itself, then you need to install that package using this command, then you can remove that package. So after that you need those three commands. To stop the local server, you can run sudo system ctl stop server and start server and status. So if I run this now, I already have this, so I will just run it. So I can get the status that my RabbitMQ server is running active currently. Okay, so I will close this. Then as for the project requirement, you will need this package mqlib. Okay, then you can install it by npm mqlib. Okay, so let's just start implementation then. So const amp mqp, then require that package itself. Wait, let me get the exact name. This one, yeah, ampq. Then after initialization, what you need to do is you need to define the RabbitMQ URL, server URL. So it is just like localhost. So amp :// localhost. So this is its local URL, local server URL. Then const queue name. So this will be our one queue where we will push all the update request here, and then we will execute one by one from this queue, and we will remove them after the execution. Okay, so we will name it like update queue. So to explain it, right, I will just define here like request one. I will just copy paste. Okay, so under the hood, what will happen when someone sends request? We will push that request to this queue, and then RabbitMQ will take this out and execute, then take this out, then execute. Like similar thing it will do for all those requests. So it will guarantee that all the requests are executed. Okay, so that's what we are trying to do. Okay, then RabbitMQ queue name is done, URL is done. Then we need to define the function. So this will be async function because we are dealing with outside package, right? Async function send to queue. So message, I will just do the try catch block here, and then console console.error. fail to send message to queue and error itself. We will show the error itself. So save, Control Shift I to format whole code. Okay, now we need to write the try block. So here let's start by defining a connection. Connection equal to await MQ dot connect the RabbitMQ URL, and then we need to define now channel. So this will create like a single TCP connection through which we will define the queue and like do the communication basically. Channel equal to await connection dot create channel, and so in here, so await channel assert queue function this. So basically this function will check like if this update queue is present on the server or not. If it is not there, then it will create. And here we will write like durable true flag. So durable true is basically what we are saying is if RabbitMQ server crashes, we want to save that queue data on server, on machine itself. Like even in the crashes, we can retrieve the data which was present on the queue. Okay, so yeah. So basically it will survive the server crashes. Okay, if you put the durable true flag. Then what do you need to do again? Channel. So here we can send to queue itself through the channel. So we want to send to queue name. So this is again variable name. We want to send to update queue. And what do we want to send? Like buffer dot from. So in JSON dot stringify, we will stringify it the message itself. Okay. So after sending that, we can write console here, console.log message sent to. Okay, and we can print the message itself. Yep. Now that we have done this, we need to close the channel. After it's being used, we need to close also. So abate and close the connection also. Let's save this. Now let's go through our function one more time. Send to queue, we will define the connection, create the queue there, and durable true, then send to queue our whatever body we will send from our update records, right? Then after the uses, we will close the channel and connection. Okay, so now we need to modify our update records function. So previously what we were doing is we were getting the new name, which was only one, and we were basically starting the transaction and updating all the users with the same name, right? So we will just delete all of that here. So basically we will make update put request to this route, then we will get the updated data. So request dot body itself, like updated data, and so I will just write try catch here again. So in case of catch, like if error occurs, we will send like error status 500, like server error indication of, then send So I will send here error fail to queue update. Yeah, request, this is fine. Then in try block, what we need to do, we need to await send to queue, the function which we just defined here at top, and we need to pass the request body, right, updated data. So whatever we receive from the update request, we will pass that to queue. And what queue send to queue will do, it will add that request in the queue itself. So whatever I showed in the example, right, in array, so it will keep adding that. Okay, so here what we need to do, restart. So this will not work because this is synchronous now. Okay, now it will work because it is asynchronous now. Okay, await, then restart status. So after that we will set the status up to 02, and we will send back to the client, whoever it is that is making the request, saying the status is update request received, and it is queued, right? So that's why. So I will just format it, Control Shift I, format, done. Okay, now now this is done, but how this is actually like working in the background, right? So for that we need to write one file, so that will be worker.js. So this file, I will just copy some code here, like from the existing. MySql amplab, then I will copy our connection string, this db connection string. I will copy this also, like db connection is success or not. Okay, Control Shift I. Okay, then what I need is our variable name also, like what is the queue name and RabbitMQ server name. Okay, then what else? So here we will now write the function. So basically this will be a hook kind of function, like webhooks kind of function. It will listen to the whatever request we send from here to this. Okay, so it is basically, webhooks are basically they are open function, we can make call from the server. Okay, so basically they will keep listening for the request. Yeah, so that's what we are going to right now. So async function process messages, okay, wait, the brackets, yeah, and we will call this here. Okay, now let's write this definition. Always start with try catch, so we can catch the error, like what's where it went wrong, right? So we can easily debug. Console.error, error connecting RabbitMQ, error. Okay, so here we will dump that error. Save. Okay, let's write our try definition in try, function definition in try block. So here we will like do again the same thing, but I'm just going to copy paste this, right? There is no sense in writing that again. So we will basically connect with our URL, then create channel, then create queue. So here what I will write now, console.log waiting for messages in percentages. So basically dynamic string name, queue name, this variable, and then channel. So in channel dot consume, so here it is callback function now. So we will write for that queue message. We will get that message from that queue basically. So callback function definition here. So if message is null, so basically not null, yeah, that's the same condition, not null, then we will do stuff here, right? So if there is something in the message itself, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So const message equal to json dot parse. So we will need to convert that into object basically, message dot the content dot to string. So basically whatever we sent from here, like using stringify, we will get it in the message here. Okay, so what we will get, like ID and name. So I'm just destructuring it here in the message, right? Because if we look at our schema, right, here we have ID, name and age. So I will send like name, and for which ID you need to update that name, right? So just like this, like update for ID1, change the name to this. Yeah, that's what we are trying to do. So I will get ID and name from the request. So basically if we send request to update request, we will get like whole body updated data, and we will send directly to the queue. So it will come here in message, we will stringify it, we will send it to a worker itself, then it from here we will destructure it to our original variable, whatever we sent from the client, ID and name. So here ID and name. So here we will just console it to see processing update. For this message, I will just print the message body update body itself, right? So here now we need to write our query function, like const query equal to, so this is just a normal MySql query, like update random table, that is our table name, random table, yeah, update random table, set name equal to question mark, because it is dynamic, right? And where ID equal to, again this is dynamic, question mark, and then we will close this. So db dot query, so this is function again, and we will pass our MySql query which we defined at the top here, and then our dynamic variable names, name and ID. So basically this name will go here in the place of question mark, and this ID will go here in the place of this question mark. Okay, and then again here it's a callback function, error results, 2 parameter we will get. So callback function definition. So here we will define, like if we get the error, we will just log it, like console dot error fail to update in DB, yeah. And we will log the error also, error message also. Yeah, it's only err. Okay, then in else condition we will just log it that update was success, right? Update success. Yeah. And we will also log the result, like what was success. Yeah, so we will print the result itself. Then we have written this query. Okay, then after that what we need to do, we need to acknowledge the message, right? ACK. So this is how we will acknowledge. So basically we will send back that okay, this process is done now, either it is failed or it is updated, right? Okay, so that's it, that's all we need. So to test this, we need to first start the worker. So node worker.js. Okay, database connection success, connecting error expected AMP or as the protocol got AMP. Okay, wait, let's look at the connection string. EMQP. Okay, and then DB connection is there. Then DB connection was successful. RabbitMQ. Oh, this mistake, silly mistake. AMQP is what correct. So AMQP // localhost. So let's save this and restart it again. Node worker.js. Yeah, our worker file is running now, so it can listen to the queue. Now create second terminal, like open second terminal, and in that run our main file like index.js, for which we created the command, right? npm run start. Okay, our app index file is also running, app.js or index.js, whatever your main file is. Yeah. So now let's make request for one user, right? So if we go to like random table and first value is new1 for id1, I will name it hhs I will send it. It says like update request received and queued. And then if I go here in our main file like index.js, you can select message sent to the queue for this data, which we actually sent from the postman. And in queue terminal, from where we ran the worker.js, you can see that processing update for this data, and update is success for the DB. So if I go to here phpMyAdmin and click on the table name, you can see like the name is updated. So obviously we can't like send request, I can't send 1000 requests like in 1 second, like here itself. So for that I have written this script using script shell. So this is the script. Again, I will provide the link to this whole project, so you will have this. So basically what I'm doing is it is basically simple update request to this URL. So number of requests, send 1000 requests, for loop is for id. So basically I'm starting the for loop, so for 0 to 1000, and send this. So I will just write ytt. So for id 0 it will send name ytt and then 0 itself, and then for 1 it will send 1 and then name ytt1, like that. Okay, and we will use curl here to make the put request to API URL, this URL, and content type application JSON, and send the payload itself. Okay, and wait till all the background process to complete, and after the completion it will do like finish sending num request, those number of requests. So basically when I will run this send request script, it will send 1000 requests in 1 second. Yeah, basically at a time. Now create like third terminal, okay, and then run this script. So to run that, you will need to type bash dot slash send request.sh. Before running this, let's check the data values, right? You can see like all of them are like new 1 2 3 4 whatever. Let's run it. You can see like this script is making a request. Sorry. And if I go to like other terminals, right, I can see like for all of them I can see the logger, right, and in the worker itself also I can see like mass is sent to queue for this ID and then name also, right? Yeah, finish sending 1000 requests. So basically our script has successfully sent the 1000 requests at a time, okay, in a single time basically. And if I go here and click on it, you can see that all the values are updated, right? So I will just edit here, edit inline, and then limit 1500. So how many requests? 1000 requests we modified. So until 1000 we should see this new name, okay. I will just scroll down to 1000 ID. So you can see like till here it has updated the name because we only sent like 1000 requests, right? So yeah, so in this video we successfully accomplished like to make use of a queue and handle basically concurrent request using the queue mechanism.